Welcome back, and in today's lesson we are going to be talking about my favourite subject, which is search engine optimization. Now this is quite a long topic, quite lengthy, so this particular lesson is split into two. What we're going to cover is what is SEO, search engine optimization, what are keywords and how do I research and choose them properly. And then the second part of the lesson will learn how to help Google by using on-site optimization strategies to get these keywords into our website. And then how do we actually track our search engine rankings and know how well we're actually doing on Google. Now, just to prove I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to search engine optimization, in our past we had a wedding photography business. I got it to number one for a number of keywords, national and regional keywords, and we were one of the highest performing websites in terms of search on Google, always up at number one for our main keywords. My wife had a boudoir photography business and I ranked at number one in 6 weeks, and we even had a separate SEO business at the time, which I subsequently sold, and we were number one for SEO for photographers as well. So I did know what I was doing when it comes to search engine optimization. So what is SEO? Despite rumours, first of all, a lot of people say SEO is now dead, isn't it? Surely Google have decided, oh, you can't optimize. If you write good content, you'll get on Google. Right, but that's not true, right? Search engine optimization, SEO, still needs to be done if you want to get your website ranked on Google. It's the process of optimizing your site so that Google can index your site at its best. I.e., think of Google's perspective. Google is there to deliver information to people based on what they search for. So Google wants to make sure that the results that they return and show to the customer are the correct results. So you need to help them to do that. So that's why we optimize our site for search. 95% of search is a completely level playing field, right? Anyone can compete in this. So I showed you in, I think, the last lesson in content marketing, we were ranking number one for questions to ask a wedding photographer. And we were outranking people like the Knot, Confetti, the big brands in the wedding industry who spend hundreds and thousands on marketing. We were outranking them. So it's a level playing field. Anybody can compete in this. Less than 5% of people, especially photographers, even try to compete. Half of them don't even know what SEO is. Right? They've heard about it, vaguely have an idea, but hardly any actually spends time properly doing this. So if you do this, you're going to be way ahead of your competition. Gives you a massive competitive edge, massive. Now, according to Google, they'd say search is just, if you write great content, the results will come. You write nice content and you'll get, that's fine to a point, right? But what I'm saying with search here is if you write that great content and do the optimization thing, you're going to be streets ahead, right? Search rankings are not just based on text, they're also based on a site's authority within that search niche, right? There's many filters in place to weed out search cheats. So we have to build our websites up to become an authority, even just an authority in your local area, right? You can't really cheat at this. It used to be very easy to cheat on Google. You can't really cheat now, but again, optimization is not cheating. Optimization is giving you a competitive edge. Your ranking on Google is based on a particular search phrase. So people say, I'm ranking number one on Google. What are you ranking number one for? Because you actually you have multiple ranking positions. It just depends what people search for. So if you're ranking number one for Scottish wedding photographer, for example, that's fine. You might be ranking 100 for Edinburgh wedding photographer. You might be way down page 10 for that because you've not optimized for that particular keyword. So you've got to think about what keywords you want to rank for. So you actually have many ranking positions. Right, think about that. You've got many ranking positions for all the different keywords that people will search for. You need to find the keywords that are important to you that are going to bring business to your website. First of all, let's talk about Google SERPs. Now, what are SERPs? This is a layout of Google's search engine results pages. That's what SERPs are. SERPs, search engine result page. The page that you see when you type in something, hit return, the page that gets put in front of you by Google. The localized results are typically shown at the top, right? So think of little map results and things. And then actual search results based on the keyword ranking then sit below the localized results. And Google Ads come into play. Now, Google's been play about with their SERPs, and lately I've been doing some searches and some adverts are actually appearing now at the bottom. Previously they'd be at the top. So Google changes things, they change the colouring of their adverts and stuff, but what we're looking to do here is be in the natural #1 position, the actual real search results, which usually sit in the middle of the page. You'll get your local maps results and then your real search results. And the results that you see can be influenced by your location, so where you're searching for or where your client is searching for, and they'll be influenced by your own search history, because Google will realise, hang on a minute, he's been searching for the same thing here, so we'll refine these previous search results and show them that. So you've got to really check your rankings in what we call incognito or safe mode, depending on if you're using a Mac, if you're using Safari, they call it safe mode, I think, privacy mode. Google Chrome, they call it incognito mode. So you've got to make sure that Google's not being influenced by your own search history. And your rankings may or not always be what you think they are. So sometimes it's especially based on your location, because if I'm searching for Stirling wedding photographer and I'm in Stirling, I'll see a certain set of results which might be different from somebody who's outside Stirling searching for that as well. So it can be tricky sometimes knowing exactly what your results are. They continually adapt their search algorithm in terms of how it's very, very secret, top secret how to do it. So we're always just trying to keep being competitive. Here's what current search results you can see there. They've got some the maps are in the middle of the just below the top of the page there, and you've got actual search results come in below, and you scroll down and you'll see them. Look for things in Google as well, as they'll do things like people also search for and stuff like that. You can pick up tips what you might want to rank for. Look at what Google is encouraging people to also search for. That can be useful. How not to do SEO, right? Don't over-optimize. You'll probably have seen photographers who have, if you look at their website, so the photographers who has photographed everywhere. He's got keywords all over the place. I photographed in Edinburgh, I did weddings in Glasgow, I photographed weddings in Liverpool, so it's all over. It's over-optimized. We don't really know what he's trying to rank for. Unnatural text. This is crucially important now with modern Google, as opposed to 5-6 years ago. You've got to actually write in a natural way, because Google analyzes this as well. They look at the usability and readability of your website. So you can't say, I am a wedding photographer Leeds who photographs weddings in Leeds. That just sounds gibberish, doesn't it? So you can't actually write like that. There's a thing called backlinks, which are important for getting your website ranked, and this is part of the authority thing we spoke about earlier. If a website has a lot of other websites linking to it, then that's an indication to Google that this site may be an authority. And in the past, people would build these links to their own site from and they'd basically go and get hundreds of links. But they weren't relevant links. Now they've got to be relevant. So you can't have hundreds of links, say, coming from your mate's website that happens to be about cars or something like that, and they say, I'll put lots of links in my pages to your website, because it's not relevant backlinks. So you can over-optimize your backlinks from either the wrong website, or you can also do it by having the same keyword and all the backlinks that link back to you. So you know when you create a link on the website, you highlight the text that you want to be as a link. That text is a keyword. So if all your links coming to your site were for a keyword, that's bad as well. So how do we do SEO properly? First of all, we've got to research and define our keywords. What keywords do we want to rank for? What keywords are relevant to us for our market that we're in, and also for our target client? We've got to structure the website for SEO purposes. We've actually got to properly build the site and properly put these keywords into the site text to help it to be found. We've also got to allocate different keywords to different site pages. So I might have 6 keywords I want to rank for, but I don't want all 6 keywords on the homepage, because then those 6 keywords are actually competing against each other. So I define my homepage has got my main keyword, and then I'll have maybe my about page. It'll be a particular keyword I'm ranking for, and our information page, portfolio page, I'll target another keyword. So we'll allocate different keywords to different pages. Google loves fresh content. I know I have said don't blog for blogging purposes, but if you can, refresh your site on a regular basis, it does help, as long as you keep optimizing those text. Build internal links between your pages. Make it easy for Google to go from one page of your site to the next, and make it easy for your customer to go from one page of your site to the next. I've said this before, booking a wedding photographer is not a one-click experience, it is a journey. So take your customers on a journey through your website by clicking from page to page. Show them what to click on next. You tell them what to do next. You need to build external backlinks. We need to get links to your website from other websites. These are called backlinks. And we also have to have social signals, i.e. we have to be mentioned in social media. We have to have social media profiles, accounts, all to build up the authority of our website, make Google realize that we are an important website and we are being mentioned everywhere. So hence, we should be promoted on the Google results. And monitor your search results regularly. We need to track where we are and know where we're at. Make sure we're not falling behind on certain keywords because we've changed some text somewhere. We need to track it. So that's the first part of our search engine optimization lesson, and we'll talk about keywords in the second part. See you there.